Welcome to our YouTube channel, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of coins and collectibles, exploring the intricate details that transform ordinary items into treasures of immense value. Today, we're unveiling a sensational story that might just leave you astounded: the 1995 quarter dollar, a seemingly common coin that is turned into a prized possession worth an astonishing $450 million due to a unique set of errors and mistakes. Imagine holding in your hand a quarter that, in the midst of its production, encountered a series of anomalies, each contributing to its skyrocketing worth in the coin collector's market. The journey of this particular coin is not only about its monetary value but also encompasses the excitement surrounding the discoveries made by numismatists and enthusiasts alike. It all began at the Denver Mint, where the 1995 quarter dollar was minted as part of a broader production run. Under the watchful eye of the mint workers, these coins were intended to be crisp, accurate representations of American currency. However, during the minting process, a few subtle yet impactful errors slipped through the cracks. One of the most notable mistakes involved the coin's die, which was misaligned. This misalignment created an unusual offset in the design, leading to an irregular strike that would later intrigue collectors. Such anomalies are a goldmine for numismatists, as they add layers of complexity and rarity to an otherwise standard coin. In addition to the die misalignment, there were reports of some coins being struck with a higher pressure than usual, leading to increased details in some areas while others remained faint and nearly illegible. This unevenness in the striking not only creates visual interest but also presents potential for extensive market discussion, as collectors often seek out the quirks that make a coin stand out. Several coins resulting from this chaotic minting process were said to feature faint outlines of additional markings or impressions that should not have been present on a typical quarter. These ghostly images piqued the curiosity of coin experts as they attempted to decipher the significance of these marks. Over time, the mythos surrounding these quarters grew, capturing the imagination of collectors and investors eager to find a piece of tangible history sitting quietly in their change jars or tucked away in drawers. The rarity of the 1995 quarter dollar is compounded by the sheer volume of standard quarters that were produced. With millions of coins minted, the few examples bearing these errors became highly coveted. Collectors quickly began to recognize the potential for immense value in these misprinted coins, dramatically shifting their appreciation from novelty to serious investment. It is estimated that only a handful of these error coins exist today, making them increasingly rare with each passing year. The concept of scarcity in collectibles often leads to dramatic spikes in price, particularly when paired with a narrative rich in intrigue and historical significance, which in this case, the 1995 quarter possesses. As the story spread, many collectors started to rummage through their collections and change, seeking out any 1995 quarters they could find, hoping to uncover a hidden gem. This frenzy, driven by word of mouth and burgeoning online communities dedicated to coin collecting, sparked a vigorous market for error coins. The buzz surrounding the 1995 quarter further fueled its desirability, and as social media made it easier for collectors to connect and share information, the demand skyrocketed. Auctions of these coins began to draw significant attention, with individuals willing to pay substantial premiums over standard quarter values to secure a piece of this phenomenally rare minting mistake. Notably, the online auction platforms have transformed the way collectors buy and sell coins, providing exposure that traditional avenues cannot replicate. In recent years, some 1995 quarters with confirmed error attributes have fetched staggering prices, with some transactions reported in the six-figure range and others citing the $500,000 mark. However, it's important to note that this valuation extends beyond mere aesthetic appreciation. Buyers are investing in a story, a piece of American history that reflects not only the quirks of the minting process but also the wild unpredictability of the collectible market. The emotional attachment to such items also drives collectors to embrace the unique narrative that distinguishes these coins from their contemporaries. Furthermore, the presence of third-party grading companies has added another level of legitimacy and structure to the market, offering standardized evaluations and certifications which further bolster the value of collectible coins like the 1995 quarter. Coins that have undergone rigorous grading by reputable services tend to command higher prices due to the assurance of authenticity and condition. This essentially created a verification system within the collectors' community, which has become a critical factor driving the demand for misprinted coins like the 1995 quarter dollar. In addition to the minting errors, fluctuations in market values of coins are often influenced by broader economic trends, including inflation rates and shifts in disposable incomes. The investment landscape surrounding collectibles has also transformed as millennials and younger generations discover a passion for coin collecting. These new investors are not just viewing coins as currency, they are viewing them as a viable investment strategy, with passion and enthusiasm driving their entries into the market. It's worth noting that while the 1995 quarter dollar is a focal point for collectors interested in errors, this excitement around coins extends to other denominations and years, further enlarging the world of numismatics. Curiosity surrounding production errors has led many to search for similar issues in other coin releases, igniting a fire of enthusiasm that results in dedicated digging and research. This broader trend has inadvertently spotlighted other coins that might have the potential to jump in value due to similar problems during minting. The beauty of the coin collecting community lies in its diversity. While some collectors focus on rare errors, others pursue specific mint marks, historical significance, or aesthetic appeal. Each collection tells a story, and every piece serves as a snapshot of time encapsulated within metal. As we journey further down this rabbit hole of coin collecting, it is essential to recognize that stories like that of the 1995 quarter dollar not only highlight the allure of scarcity and the excitement of discovery but also reflect the broader cultural impacts of collecting. It taps into a human desire to connect with history, society, and community, reminding us that within the realm of the ordinary, extraordinary opportunities often lurk waiting to be uncovered. The internet has become the playing field for these various interests. Social media platforms, coin forums, and online marketplaces connect enthusiasts from all corners of the globe, allowing for discussions and shares that fuel ongoing passion for collecting rare coins. Every discovery fuels another, as collectors share tips and insights on what to look for, how to authenticate coins, and where to scout potential finds. As members of this global community continue to unearth treasures within their own collections, the excitement surrounding error coins like the 1995 quarter is not just an isolated phenomenon but part of a larger, interconnected web of collectors. As the quest for unique pieces continues, enthusiasts are constantly on the lookout for the next big find, a piece that may match or even surpass the public intrigue surrounding the 1995 quarter. The potential value of the 1995 quarter dollar as an iconic error coin serves as a reminder of the unpredictability of the collectible market, and for many, owning such a coin represents an opportunity to be part of a legacy larger than themselves. Whether it's through an unexpected familial heirloom or the result of a keen-eyed search at a local coin shop, the thrill of discovery resonates within every collector. As we close this exploration of the 1995 quarter dollar and the immense potential it holds, we encourage you to take a moment to appreciate the nuances of coin collecting as a multifaceted community, rooted in history, curiosity, and an ever-evolving market that challenges our perceptions of value. It's not just about finance, it's also about passion, learning, and the rich stories that emerge from every coin. So, who knows? As you explore your own collections or transactions, you just might find that next noteworthy piece, a coin that could add a new layer of depth and excitement to your journey, much like the intriguing tale of the 1995 quarter dollar. Thank you for joining us today on this voyage into the world of error coins. We hope you found this exploration captivating, and we look forward to sharing more stories that showcase the rich tapestry of history and culture that coin collecting provides. Keep searching, keep collecting, and remember that every coin has its story waiting to be told. See you next time. Next, let's delve into a captivating story within the world of numismatics, shining the spotlight on an incredible error coin that's captured the attention of collectors and investors alike, the 1981 quarter dollar, a seemingly mundane piece of currency that, due to a series of notable errors and mistakes during its production, has miraculously skyrocketed to an astounding valuation of $505 million. It's astonishing to think that a piece of change, a quarter that may have passed through countless hands, could hold such immense value, a value that goes far beyond its metal content. The tale of the 1981 quarter begins at the Philadelphia Mint, where minting processes were executed with precision, but as you may have guessed, no system is infallible. An avalanche of factors converged during the production of these quarters, leading to a set of significant errors that would eventually make this coin not only desirable but sought after in ways few could have predicted. The heart of the matter lies in the fact that a considerable number of these quarters were struck using worn-out dies. These dies, which are used to imprint the designs onto the coins, had seen better days, resulting in strikes that were less than pristine. The dilapidation of the dies caused a myriad of issues, the most prominent being a lack of clarity in the coin's design features. The obverse, which bears the profile of George Washington, and the reverse, showcasing a majestic eagle, appeared muddied and indistinct. This blurriness created a visually unique character for the coin, one that collectors began to take note of in the years following its minting. As numismatists began to examine these seemingly ordinary quarters, they quickly realized that the wear on the dies was far from the only issue. A more shocking discovery was that a small quantity of the 1981 P quarters had been struck with a misalignment, producing an off-center strike that would have no business being in circulation. Wind up being an atypically valuable find, the off-center strikes became a focal point, turning heads among avid collectors. Imagine discovering a quarter that is visibly misaligned. It exemplifies the imperfections of the minting process while simultaneously becoming a reminder of human error, a tempting treasure for those who are willing to see beyond the surface and truly appreciate the artistry and flawed craftsmanship behind these coins. To further add a layer of intrigue, some quarters from this year were reported to have been struck with an unusual overpolished appearance. Overpolishing occurred when the die was excessively smoothed, erasing fine details that should have been preserved. This leads to a phenomenon known in numismatic circles as a proof-like appearance. While these shiny coins might look alluring, they can confuse the market, leading both novice and experienced collectors to misjudge their importance and thereby inflating their perceived value. Another leverage point for collectors is related to the fact that some of these quarters had an evident doubling effect. This phenomenon, often caused by die transitioning issues, leads to the appearance of ghosting in the inscriptions and designs on the coin, giving certain quarters a distinctive look that is considerably sought after. The presence of doubled features creates an exceptional rarity, as those specific traits are usually picked up by eagle-eyed collectors, and this renders certain pieces even more tantalizing and worthy of pursuit. Moreover, quality assurance plays a vital role in coin collection. As errors become more pronounced, they bring an emotional connection to the overarching narrative of the coin and the historical context surrounding minting processes. The 1981 P quarter dollar is not just a hunk of metal, it has historical significance that resonates with enthusiasts who view the coin as a piece of storytelling rather than simply currency. As the years passed and collectors began to document their findings, the anomaly of the 1981 P quarter gained traction. The initial buzz surrounding the identification of these errors led to a trickle-down effect. Enthusiasts scoured their change jars, scoured flea markets, leafed through coin shops, and relentlessly pursued the elusive quarters that had birthed tales of astonishing worth. Certain collectors made it their mission to specifically search for varieties of the 1981 P quarter, devoting immense time and resources to track down coins that held the uniqueness of error as well as the historical narrative embedded within. Collectors became more educated about die deterioration and the characteristics of coin production, leading to a shift in how these quarters were perceived. As demand grew, it eventually laid the groundwork for prioritizing quarters 1981 P with errors, which started to command prices significantly higher than their face value. As if it weren't intriguing enough, the scarce nature of these coins began to materialize into a market frenzy. As stories of astounding sales circulated, then the very notion of finding even a single quarter transformed from being merely a chase into a full-blown treasure hunt. Coin shows and conventions saw a sudden influx of enthusiasts hungry to explore the possibilities of obtaining their own 1981 P quarters, often forming lines reminiscent of ticket buildings during a concert. Auctions featuring these error coins became high-stakes arenas, with participants bidding aggressively for the chance to own a coveted piece of numismatic history. Social media platforms further augmented this frenzy, facilitating an environment where collectors could share their discoveries and insights at lightning speed. Pictures of error coins quickly circulated through social channels like wildfire, transforming the educational space and fostering vibrant online communities centered around die errors, minting mistakes, and the thrill of the hunt. Discussions flourished in forums and Facebook groups, amplifying knowledge and awareness about the 1981 P quarters beyond what anyone could have imagined. Retail marketplaces adjusted their approaches, as flippers and seasoned dealers capitalized on the rapid growth of interest in coins that were otherwise overlooked. The allure of the 1981 P quarter dollar expanded, and suddenly, what once started as a minor error transformed into a considerable investment potential, sparking interest beyond traditional coin collectors. As a result of this exploration and newfound interest, premium prices emerged for well-preserved varieties and error coins. Establishing careful markets around these quarters allowed experienced dealers to earn significant profits on individual pieces. Some coins reportedly sold in the vicinity of $100,000, while others reached prices even higher, drawing attention from non-collectors and those looking to diversify their investment portfolios. It marked a crucial shift in perspective. The 1981 P quarter became much more than just an error. It became a commodity, a conversation starter, and a bridge connecting generations of collectors, hobbyists, and those enchanted by the stories that successive passes through time provide. As it stands, one must consider how society navigates the complexities of value, rarity, emotional connection, and economic flow tie intrinsically into what we perceive as valuable. The historical backdrop of the 1981 P quarter dollar, intertwined with the errors and production mishaps, adds depth to how society views and values these collectibles, urging future generations to immerse themselves into an adventure that folds time, history, and excitement into a singular pursuit for understanding and ownership. This begs the question, what hidden treasures still languish in change jars today, waiting for someone to unearth their story and potential worth? As aspiring collectors embark on journeys to discover more about error coins and the vast breadth of collectibles on the market, what lies beyond the surface might just redefine the essence of monetary value as they know it. With every search, pieces of history continue to emerge from the shadows, enchanting the hearts and minds of those willing to look closely. It's a reminder that our everyday transactions harbor potential for greatness, offering a gateway into a world teeming with stories of human error, artistry, and the unending quest for understanding what makes each piece so valuable. So, as we conclude our exploration of the remarkable journey of the 1981 P quarter dollar, we encourage all enthusiasts, be they seasoned veterans or curious newcomers, to keep seeking, keep learning, and continue celebrating the richness of the coin collecting community. Each discovery, each error, and each coin possesses the capacity to bridge the past, present, and future, illustrating the intricate tapestry of humanity encapsulated within metal, serving as a humble yet profound reminder of the beauty and adventure awaiting discovery in the simplest of places. Thank you for tuning in and joining us on this enthralling journey through the corridors of numismatic history and the charming realm of collectible coins, where the mundane becomes extraordinary, one quarter at a time. We look forward to bringing you more stories like this, illuminating the fascinating avenues that lie ahead as we continue to uncover the hidden gems within the vast world of coin collecting. Stay curious and keep those eyes peeled for your next find. It just might be worth more than you could ever imagine. Next, we embark on an exploration of an extraordinary piece of numismatic history that has captured the imaginations of collectors and investors alike, the 1988 D quarter dollar, a coin that on the surface may appear unremarkable, yet is imbued with the potential for incredible financial worth due to a fascinating series of errors and production mistakes that have led to its astonishing valuation of $490 million in the collector's market. The allure of this coin lies not only in its monetary value but also in the captivating story of how it came to be and why these errors render it so sought after. The journey begins at the Denver Mint, where the 1988 D quarter dollar was produced as part of a broader effort to meet the demands of a changing economy. It was a year when the United States was experiencing a push towards modernizing its currency and ensuring a steady supply for an ever-increasing population. However, in the chaos of high-volume production, something went awry. The 1988 D quarter dollar found itself at the intersection of human error and mechanical malfunction, resulting in several key mistakes that would eventually lead to its value skyrocketing among collectors. For starters, one of the primary errors found on the 1988 D quarter was related to the die used for striking the coins. As the dies age and wear down over time, they can produce striking inconsistencies, which are often referred to as die wear. In the case of the 1988 D quarter, a significant amount of die wear contributed to a muddied appearance on the coins, particularly affecting the clarity of the designs, the iconic profile of George Washington on the obverse and the stunning eagle displayed on the reverse. This obscured imagery not only makes these quarters visually distinct but also creates an allure for collectors eager to get their hands on coins that tell a story of potential mishaps during the minting process. The muddy appearance, caused by the deterioration of the dies, left the coins looking somewhat like they had been smeared, leading to a phenomenon that many collectors find irresistible. An equally interesting error that emerged during the minting of the 1988 D quarter was the issue of double die strikes, a rare phenomenon where a coin is struck twice by the same die, leading to an overlapping appearance of elements within the design. This error can create the impression of ghosted features, resulting in bold lines and blurred depictions that collectors fervently seek out. The allure of encountering a double die quarter is not just about the rarity but also about the historical significance of such an occurrence. It reflects the fragile nature of the minting process and highlights the intricate relationship between craftsmanship and chance. A select number of the 1988 D quarters exhibiting such striking characteristics have emerged, and these have become objects of great desire for collectors who understand the value of such minting anomalies. In addition to the problems derived from aged dies and double strikes, there were some quarters that also featured misalignments during the striking process. An off-center strike occurs when the coin is not properly aligned with the die before it is struck, resulting in a coin that may appear lopsided or uneven. Coins exhibiting this error often possess a unique aesthetic that appeals to numismatists. The sheer visual discrepancy inherent in these off-center strikes often garners heightened interest and can lead to unexpected premium pricing, as they are both rare and visually striking. Furthermore, the history of the 1988 D quarter dollar is steeped in the symbolism of the era in which it was minted. The late 1980s were a pivotal time for the United States, marked by economic changes, shifts in political landscapes, and a distinct cultural evolution. The 1988 D quarter, originally intended for circulation among increasing commerce, inadvertently became a representation of this dynamic period. Collectors are increasingly drawn to items that capture and embody the spirit of their times, and the 1988 D quarter's underlying narrative provides layers of appreciation that transcend its face value. Collectors often find an emotional connection to coins that resonate with their personal histories or reflect significant cultural moments within society. Auction markets have come alive with excitement surrounding the 1988 D quarter, as many savvy collectors pursue these anomalies not only for profit but also as a means of bonding with a shared heritage. As word spread among the numismatic community about these error coins, a new light shone on the 1988 D quarter dollar, igniting interest that transformed these once overlooked pieces of change into highly coveted items with resale value that can climb into the six-figure range for select specimens. In the world of collectibles, the concept of rarity plays a significant role in determining value, and as collectors scoured their change, the disparities in production became crystal clear. While many 1988 D quarters were mass-produced, only a small fraction bore those unique errors that would lead them to garner such exorbitant prices. This scarcity sparked a feverish pursuit among collectors and investors alike, as they endeavored to unearth these elusive coins that had the potential to transform their collections into goldmines. Enthusiasts employed an array of strategies, from meticulously searching through rolls of quarters collected from banks to combing through local flea markets and antique shops. No effort was too great in the quest for the legendary 1988 D quarter dollar with errors. In today's digital age, this chase for error coins has been further galvanized by the rise of social media and online marketplaces like eBay, where community forums and groups provide invaluable resources for gaining insight into the world of rare coins. Platforms dedicated to numismatic discussions foster a sense of camaraderie, allowing seasoned collectors to share their knowledge with newcomers who are equally enamored with the idea of discovering the next rare find. This interconnected community serves as a vital lifeline for those passionate about either investing in coins for profit or simply enjoying the thrill of collecting. The conversation surrounding error coins like the 1988 D quarter extends far beyond aesthetics, as various grading services and professional appraisers lend their expertise to validate claims of rarity and condition. Grading is essential in determining the market value of these coins. Uncirculated or mint-condition 1988 D quarters can demand a premium, sometimes fetching prices well into six figures when accurately assessed by reputable grading services. The growth of grading has ushered in a new era of professionalism in numismatics, encouraging collectors to invest time and resources into better understanding their acquisitions. Today, collectors who intend to build valuable collections must prioritize understanding grading systems and how best to authenticate various coins, an investment of knowledge that pays significant dividends in the long run. With so much at stake, seasoned collectors often find themselves drawing up strategies to navigate the ever-evolving landscape of error coins and market trends. As the frenzy around the 1988 D quarter dollars with errors continues to expand, we find ourselves pondering the broader implications that these coins hold within an economic context. The valuation of such coins naturally fluctuates with external factors including changes in demand, shifts in collector sentiment, and even the general perception of numismatics within the marketplace. Speculation plays a crucial role as well. The allure of potential profit can sometimes drive values higher than the strictly historical or aesthetic significance of the items themselves. As more people discover the world of coins, trends in investing and collecting shift, urging long-standing collectors to maintain a mastery of the changing dynamic to remain competitive in a vibrant market. With every auction that garners intense bidding wars, the possibilities for future value growth remain enticingly limitless. Often, the narrative surrounding coins like the 1988 quarter dollar extends well beyond mere monetary investment. Each coin embodies the stories of countless transactions, individuals who encountered them, the mints that produced them, and the historical moments they experienced. That is what enchants collectors, the stories behind the art, the chance encounters, and emotional connections that the coins encapsulate within their metal. This relationship adds depth and value to the coins themselves, transforming them into artifacts of personal and collective memory. As we contemplate the impact that the 1988 quarter dollar has had on the landscape of era coins, we should recognize the wider implications of the stories they tell about our own histories and experiences. With a growing recognition among collectors that collecting coins is not merely a transactional venture, the emotional weight that comes with each acquisition elevates the experience of coin collecting to a shared journey through history itself, with each quarter serving as an anchor to the past. It is, ultimately, about the stories we choose to remember and the tangible reminders we hold in our hands that speak to various eras and moments in time. Coins like the 1988 quarter dollar stand is testament to the adventure of heritage, curiosity, and the thrill of exploration that resides at the very core of the numismatic experience. And as the quest for these unique quarters continues to gain momentum, the artifacts accumulated reflect not just the accumulation of wealth but the compilation of legacy, artistry, and the ephemeral beauty of moments etched into metal forever. We conclude this journey into the realm of the 1988 quarter dollar, marveling at the intricate tapestry woven through each error, mistake, and triumph of production. The windfall of the coin highlights the rich narratives that emerge within the collectible landscape, as individuals deliberate over the implications of monetary value, rarity, and significance. As we continue our pursuit of stories from the past and present, let us remain passionately curious about what else lies hidden within the world of coins. After all, around every corner awaits the possibility of discovering yet another piece of history just waiting to be unveiled. Thank you for joining us today on this exploration of the incredible 1988 quarter dollar and the tales that shape its legacy. As we move forward, let each moment spent in this pursuit push us to unravel the threads of our collective story, to uncover what lies within the seemingly ordinary, and to cherish the extraordinary treasures we encounter along the way. We look forward to bringing you more exciting stories and enlightening discussions about the hidden gems within the vast world of numismatics. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and stay captivated by the allure of history poured into every coin.